Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the month of March, which means it's National Athletic Training Month. Hello, I'm Mike Ezekiel here with another episode of A Walk with the Warhawks, where we go into the lives of our scholar athletes, coaches, and administration. We're on the administration side this month for National Athletic Training Month. I'm here with Bree Pierce. Bree, how are you?
I'm good.
Are you ready to take a walk with the Warhawks?
Actually, I thought since we'd be indoors, we could take a ride.
Take a ride?
Yeah.
Okay, on the bikes?
Yeah, let's take a ride on the bikes.
Let's take a ride with the Warhawks. All right, so athletic training. It's an interesting field. You guys are always busy. You're on the field. A lot of people see you, but they may not always know what you do. So just talk about, how important you feel your job is.
I think athletic training is super important. We not only prevent injuries, but we also rehab injuries. And we're always there for emergency purposes on the field. So if someone goes down, we're there. And not a lot of times, but sometimes it may be life-threatening. So we're there for support. We're there for preventative. Sometimes we're their family away from family too. Not all athletes can go home very often. So they talk to us a lot.
It goes a lot more beyond the field and what all you do every day. But Bree, just talk about what got you into this field and what made you interested in athletic training.
Actually, I didn't know anything about athletic training. I never had an athletic trainer in high school. Didn't know anything about it. The person that actually got me into athletic training was John Roslin. I was on a tour at Central College. I got recruited for basketball, and on my paper it said, I wanted to do pre-physical therapy because that's all I knew.
Uh-huh.
I was in PT a lot as an athlete, and I wanted to do the same and help athletes for a career. So John Roslin was the head of the athletic training program, and he always brings people in to talk to them. They put pre-physical therapy on their application. So that 2-hour conversation, and here I am today.
All right, working as a full-time athletic trainer. So, going back to that position, for people that you see now that you work with, what is some advice to some up-and-coming athletic trainers you have?
Just do athletic training because it's what you love. If you love helping people, if you love being around sports, that's the reason why you do athletic training. You don't do athletic training because of the pay. You don't do athletic training because there's long hours, because we do a lot. We're here, we're an extension of people's families sometimes. So it's long hours, sometimes not a lot of pay. So if you don't actually enjoy athletic training and love what you do, you can't really be a good athletic trainer. So I really suggest that if, this is what you love, go for it. But if you're kind of on edge, maybe go into a clinic setting, may not be the college setting, but obviously there's a lot of things you could do with athletic training, but as long as you enjoy it and love it, that's where I go with that.
Well, and that's great advice. And enough of this. Are you ready for rapid fire?
Sure.
All right, rapid fire.
All right.
All right, Bree, it's time for rapid fire. We're closer to the same height again, so I'm happy about that, at least from my end. Rapid fire question number 1. What's the best sports moment you've witnessed as an athletic trainer?
My favorite sports moment was being on a national championship game in negative 10-degree weather with a bunch of snow at the D2 level football field with Northwest Missouri State football team.
Who'd they play in the game?
They actually played your old school, so he was there as well with a red nose.
So on the sideline at the same time, 2016 national championship. That was the coldest I've ever been. Good moment for you guys. It was cool to be there. We obviously came up short, but man, what a great year that was. So it was a good moment, and it was really cool to look back on that and say, you know what, it was really cold. I would do it again and freeze again just for that moment.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
It's really cool. All right, so next question for you. What's one aspect of the job that you would give up if you had to give something up?
I would give up probably telling all the athletes negative answers all the time. Our job is to be positive, but we have to give a lot of negative, negative information.
That's relatable.
It's like if an athlete tore an ACL, it's like, well, I'm sorry, you'll be out the rest of the season. So that's not part of the job I really like, but we have to do it, and we get them back regardless.
So instead of being Bree Pierce the Grim Reaper, you want to be Bree Pierce the well-doer,
right?
The healer. What's a good hobby for you outside of work that you like to do?
I really like outdoor things, so my favorite is to go hiking. Do that a lot in the United States and outside.
Every athletic trainer seems to have a pet peeve. What's yours?
Athletes throwing things down, such as water bottles, or not putting things away while they're in the athletic training room.
Yeah, that can probably get annoying. I can imagine.
Yep.
What's your favorite thing about McMurray?
My favorite thing is actually being friends with the staff outside of work. So we actually hang out, and it's a good environment, and love the athletes. They really make it a family atmosphere here.
Really cool deal here at McMurray, and we're so thankful for our athletic trainers here on staff. Bree, thank you for joining the Walk with Warhawks.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right, fans, tune in next week for another episode. For Bree Pierce, I'm Mike Ezekiel.